Good morning, gang. Happy Wednesday morning. Okay, well, it's a happy Wednesday morning for Donald Trump. It's not necessarily for Nikki Haley, though somehow she'll try to spin this out as a victory. Trump won the Michigan primaries yesterday by over 40 points. Yeah, get a hint, Nikki. We don't want you, okay? Nobody does. But that's not where I'm going. But good way to start the morning, see that it was an absolute trouncing. What I want to talk about today is something that we discuss every so often, is home security and how important it is. Because, and not just a simple go out and get yourself an ADT system or whatever. I'm talking about serious security because, hate to tell you guys, those ADT systems and stuff are apparently worthless. We all know we have a invasion happening on the southern border by the criminal element. No question, okay? Sure, there are some people that are coming over the border illegally to try to better their lives. That ain't a lot of them, okay? Most of them are coming here going, okay, you know what? We'll steal our way to the top. And why do I say most of them? They have no skills, okay? They're not coming over here to work. They're coming over here to get away from the cartels, to get away from the organized crime that is the governments in most countries in the rest of the world. Not that it isn't here, okay? But somehow they want to survive. And what do they figure? Well, the public down in, I don't know, Mexico, Guatemala, Venezuela, China, India, the public is well versed on the tactics of the criminal element. In the U.S., not so much. Maybe bits and pieces here are, but not so much, all right? And so they are coming across into the United States for the fruitful bounty that is the unprepared U.S. population, okay? Now, I got an email here from Each Wawa 395, who said he was listening to a discussion on this yesterday on Tom Sullivan's radio show. Which, cool, okay? And I thank him for sharing this because it's something important to take a look at and research and figure out, hey, what's going on? So let's take a look at this. Now, where I want to start with this is the border wall, okay? The one that we were building that works, that Biden decided to sell the parts off to because, we can't do that. We need to have 7.2 million illegals come in. We need those illegals. We need to increase crime in the United States. Well, this is always the mark of a good leader, whether it's in politics, whether it's in business, whether it's on your kid's Little League team, okay? Somebody who can figure out and solve a problem before it becomes a bad problem, okay? Trump was right on this border wall. Nobody wanted it for the longest time. Oh, it's ugly. Oh, we can't do this. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, put AOC. They're putting people in cages. I'll give you this. The U.S. population is now the majority of us. Oh, you want democracy? That would be majority? Okay, majority rules, mob rules, okay. 58% of the American public, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, 58% now want the border wall to be completed. Why? Well, you have the gangs from South America coming up here and burglarizing homes, stealing from you, okay? Whatever they can get. Now, we all know that's possible at any time. Somebody can try to break into your house, do whatever. And we have this tendency to think, you know what? I'm protected. I've got an alarm system. I've got a security system, whatever, and how that's going to handle it. Yeah, well, like in anything else, the criminals are always one step ahead of the law. As much as, broken windows theory, for example, in New York, where they'd arrest people who were breaking windows, because in the future that would eventually lead to bigger crimes. You know the stories on kids who torture animals when they're younger have a tendency to turn out to be murderers and serial killers when they're older, right? Okay, so those ideas. But what these gangs are doing before they break into a house is they're now using technology to disable your security system and disable your telephone so you can't call 911 for help. Now, for me, calling 911 for help is pretty much useless because they'd be here in half an hour, okay? And a lot of you guys that live rurally are going to be in the same situation. Maybe if you live in the city, it's a little better. But hey, I saw a story in Pittsburgh yesterday where Pittsburgh said that they're going to stop responding to some 911 calls because they aren't as high priority as other ones, meaning we don't have enough cops, okay? So let's see, if I can't call the cops, and even if I can call the cops, there aren't enough cops, nobody's going to come. It runs back to the old joke of when seconds count, we'll be there in minutes. Okay. What are they doing? Well, apparently they are using jammers, and I'll link a video below. This is from around Christmas time. I can't post the video in here because of copyright issues and stuff like that, but I'll link the article. This was just one from Detroit where you can watch these guys, what they do, and there's, in this case, 3 guys. One who's the B&E guy, one who's the jammer guy, and one who's obviously the guy that's just going to be extra muscle to help carry more stuff out, okay? But so they go in and apparently put bots, if you will, to use that term, around the yard to disrupt the Wi-Fi signal. So you can't make a phone call, so your alarm system can't alert ADT or alert the police or anything like that. And they come in and they break into the house and nobody knows. Now, that brings up the issue of what do you do about it otherwise? Well, one of the first things to do would be get a security system that does not rely on Wi-Fi. We all love our Bluetooth devices. We all love our Wi-Fi because, hey, I can walk around with my cell phone anywhere. I can walk around, take my laptop anywhere I want to go, my iPad, pick something, and I can have a connection, right? And how much does it piss you off instantly when you lose your connection? A lot. Now imagine that's what your security system is going through. I don't have a connection. Well, your security system isn't pissed. You are when you come home and find your house has been ransacked and, your cash is gone, your gold and silver is gone, your stereo's gone, whatever, your big screen TV. Again, we'll say this, I'm betting work boots ain't stolen here either. But this is the deal. So if you're going to do anything in the way of security, do it mechanically or do it hardwired somehow, whereby if you have put an ADT system, put in a landline. Pay the extra money for the landline, okay? Not saying that the guys aren't going to go out and cut the landline, because they can do that as well. But that's when they're probably not expecting. They figure, all right, most everybody's just on Wi-Fi. We'll scramble the Wi-Fi, and if the call goes, the alarm goes off via Wi-Fi, great. Make sure you have sound in there, deafening how many decibels, whatever, alarms to go off in your house, eardrum busting stuff to get them out of there. Now if somebody hears that, okay, maybe we can stop it. I mean, this is happening in broad daylight, guys. They'll watch people go to work. 15 minutes later, they break into your house. No problem, okay? They scope this stuff out. They know when you come, when you go. Most of us are creatures of habit. You leave for work at the same time of day, you come home at the same time of day, and people can find out very easily what your schedule is by just watching your house for a couple of days. And they're not just watching yours. They'll go into a neighborhood and they'll watch 15 different houses and go, okay, what are we doing on Tuesday? We're doing this neighborhood, and they hit this house and this house and this house and this house and this house, and they're in and out and done. Obviously, if you're home, your little friend on your hip is what you're going to use for security, okay? To hell with them and their rights. They don't have any. You're in my house. You're in my yard. Next, the backhoe works really well. But we have to protect ourselves. We don't know. We don't realize. The American public does not realize how bad this is going to get. You hear stories about the cartels in Mexico. You see pictures of them hanging people from bridges, right? You think they're not going to do the same thing here? That's absolutely what they're going to do. The only thing that they know, that these criminals know, is violence. The only way to stop violence is with violence. We're not going to have the court system help them. We can see how well the court system works, because if the court system works, these people wouldn't be here in the first place, okay? Ask Donald Trump how well the court system's working right now, okay? Ask any of these other illegals who are let go on no bail, $1 bail. You murdered somebody, your bail's $1. He's an illegal, he doesn't have any money. Good, throw his ass in jail and burn the key, okay? He does never need to get out again. But this is the crap we're going to face. SHTF is most probably not going to be this catastrophic one-time event that we're going to go from black to white. SHTF is going to slowly creep in and destroy us. We're going to lose communications, right, AT&T? We're going to have the grid go down, right, Texas? We're going to have criminals take over the country, right, New York? This is how this is going to go. And the more prepared you are to fight back, the longer you're going to live. Pinball out.